confidence is quiet. To them quiet looks like weakness, but you don't have to fight it, 'cause you're strong enough to win without war. Every heart has a rhythm, let yours be out so loudly that everyone can hear. Yeah, I promise you don't need to hide it anymore.
Over 3.2 million students each year are bullied. That is way too many students to be bullied. And then the facts on this subject do not lie. They are way too high. It needs to stop now. And there's a lot of things you can do to stop this with strategies and everything. And everyone is affected. Not just people that are involved with it, everyone is affected. As I stated recently, all of these facts are way high. Like, there is about over 160,000 teens skip school because of bullying. That is way too high. That is why kids skip school all the time, and they always end up failing because of it. And 90% of 4th through 8th graders report being victims of bullying. That's why we need to maybe start at the elementary level. Say, hey, bullying happens. It's not acceptable, and it just can't happen. And 71% of students report incidents of bullying as a problem in their schools. That's because probably they don't trust that people they go to are going to say, oh, let's fix this. Some teachers are believed to say, like, it doesn't matter, who cares? Don't do anything about it. And so they think it keeps happening and happening. Thus, it goes back to them, those kids skipping school because they don't seem to be doing anything about it. So that's why kids don't go and tell the teacher if they know, hey, we're going to do something about it. Then they probably will speak up more. And 1 in 7 students in grades K through 12 are either bullied or the bully. So they don't know what to do if they want to. For instance, if they were bullied when they were in kindergarten, they're going to probably turn into the bully the next year because of that, or later on in life. And like I said, it affects the bullies, the victims, it even affects the teachers, it affects the bystanders, it affects the community in all ways, shapes, or forms. And harassment and bullying have been linked to 75% of the school shootings around America. That is very high. Because what kids is kids are, when they're younger, are bullied, and then they go back to the schools because that's where they were bullied at. And take on other kids that have no regulation of what's going on. So we can stop bullying now. It won't happen where they'll have to go in to schools and just shoot kids. And reason 3 is bullying should be stopped at, like, it increases because it needs to stop at elementary level because it's where it increases the most. The verbal abuse, like saying you suck at this, or you don't look good, or you dress weird, and it's all based on the verbal abuse. It increases, and it kind of might slightly decrease when going to it peaks, I should say. It peaks going into the middle school and just like slowly down slopes at the high school level. But if we just stop the verbal abuse at elementary school, it won't have about peaking or just dropping. It'll just drop totally. And the other verbal abuses also can be, on the other hand, remains constant as well in other places. And then some fantastic examples of this are like, bullying includes ongoing training to like maybe stop this. Like if someone's being bullied, you might say, hey, to a teacher that's not doing this, be like, hey, you gotta stop this. It's happening way too much around your room. And it's happening way too much. You need to stop it. Give that teacher some training. Like maybe the teacher doesn't know how to stop bullying because teachers have never been around bullying, so they don't know what bullying does and is. That's what you train your teacher, your community, your bus drivers, and all the parents. And a support system for like if kids are bullied, you can just be like, hey, we're here for you. That's something you do with the counselors and your social workers to deal with. And talk to the parents, encourage them to call the school if they feel that their student is being bullied. And facts, you might say facts are not true, but they are true today. They might not be most up to date, but they are. Because you just go around and ask like percent of the kids out in this building in school, be like, hey, is bowling a big factor? You're probably gonna find maybe if not higher, the same amount to say that. And I also encourage you to try some of them. Like just try it. Like try some of these strategies. They might not work at first, but keep trying because they might work. And like I said, 3.2 million students are bullied each school year. That leads to them skipping school. That's way too high for them to skip school and way too high for them to be bullied. And if we just can stop it at the elementary school level, we might be able to not have to try to talk to them at the middle school level or at the high school level because they haven't stopped it at the elementary school level. So I just encourage you to at least try some of these strategies.